Broadcasting from the business capital of the world, this is the Podcast Business News Network. We are back on Lavender Lane, I like to call it, with Christine Gosse. Exciting to have her back here live on the podcast, also live on Zoom. She's a Reiki master, physiotherapist. There's many hats that she wears. I would love for her to introduce herself. I know she's from the Waterloo area. And we also have a very special guest, an intuitive and friend, Lynn Barabelt, joining us today as well. So Christine, would you mind introducing us for now to start?
Thanks, Jill. So I'm a physiotherapist. I've been a physiotherapist for 20 years and a Reiki master for 6. And 4.5 years ago, I opened up Lavender Lane so that we could bring healthcare and holistic together. And we really want to look at the whole person and whole health, mind, body, and spirit. And today I've brought with me Lynn Barabelt. She's our intuitive channel author, energy healer. She does Ohana generational healing as well. And a really gifted and loving person. I love working with her, and she's going to do an intuitive channeling today. Lynn is now offering oracle card parties, either in-home live, or we can also deliver them virtually online.
That is so cool. So like you can have a group of people at your house, have Lynn on the big screen in the living room, and because that's the one thing, energy, it's just there. Some people still like, well, what, even when you do your Reiki, right? It's like, what do you mean? It works the same. We did distance Reiki 2 and 3 weeks ago, and she was working on my ear and my earache. And I told her I felt better, and I'm still feeling a lot better, by the way. So
fantastic.
Yeah. For new listeners out there, energy works in mysterious ways, and intuitive powers that be do as well. So that's awesome. And a lot of people, I think, discovered this more so because of COVID. With the virtual, right? Were you doing a lot of virtual before COVID, Lynn, or no?
Not a lot, just teaching online.
See, it's amazing. All. Yeah, the new light it brought to so many people, new opportunities in so many different ways. So let me just start off, Lynn, if you don't mind introducing yourself officially as well, and tell us how we can reach out to you.
Hello, everybody. So my name is Christine, very nicely and lovingly introduced me. I'm Lynn Barabelt. I am an intuitive channel, and I do work through Lavender Lane, which is a beautiful center, multi-dimensional, offering center. And I do oracle card readings. I do Ohana generational healing. And I also do intuitive channeling. And to explain intuitive channeling a little bit is kind of like I'm the radio between spirit and the client. So whenever the person
on and off, up and down, you have knobs.
I do. You turn on because you can't walk with spirit, giving you messages all the time. Like it's just not functional on a day-to-day basis. But when I work with clients or just even be with friends who are open and all that, I can certainly pull in and see who is coming through. And then if it's a client, then I channel the wisdom given to me, the insights on what is going on in this person's life at the moment. And then the client gets to ask around three questions of spirit directly. So that's why I'm saying I'm kind of like the radio that kind of opens up to the spirit world and basically verbatim say what spirit is saying, because I'm not there to translate. I'm not there to change anything that spirit says, because whatever spirit says is exactly what the client or the friend or whoever needs to hear at the moment.
Yeah, because it doesn't have to make sense to us.
No.
Right? Like it's for the client.
And sometimes it's very funny what spirit says, because Lynn goes, what? I'm supposed to say that? But it all works out in the end, because it does make sense to the client, the reference that spirit is saying. So it's a lot of fun, and I love it because I love energy work in general, because it's never boring, because you never know.
I could imagine has in store for you. And you're an open book. Do you tell everyone what they want to hear? Or do you have to just willingly accept it? Say like, I'm willing to put out there, or you could say whatever, but just sometimes people don't want to hear things, or how do you keep that in?
Spirit is very gentle and can be very direct, but spirit has a way of saying things that the person accepts. And sometimes there's tears because it rings so true. And sometimes they go like, it's like a light bulb, like, oh, that's what that means. Oh, that's what I should do. And spirit can be very bossy for me in terms of
yes, definitely. It happens during Reiki as well. I'll be like, you want me to say what? Yeah. Can you come up with another phrasing that is not going to offend them?
But you just say it, and
you have to.
It works. It works. Wow. That's the contract kind of you have when you do energy work. You have to respect yourself, but also respect that this is a divine connection for the person. And what I find really cool and really interesting is that usually in the session, whatever is said also applies to me, kind of be a lesson for me as well. Like, okay, yeah, I need to do a bit more of that in my life. So we all learn. We all learn.
Yeah, it's an amazing process. Mm-hmm. And if you'd like to book a session with Lynn, just go to lavenderlaneptw.ca. Click on Lynn's picture and it'll take you into her whole list of services there.
Beautiful. Yeah. All right. So you're going to do a reading today. Is it for the listeners? Is it for me, for Christine?
So what I was thinking is that you can ask a question. So if you're game, if you're open to that.
Yeah, of course.
So I will connect to Mia. So just to Mia came in about it because I asked, I said, okay, who's showing up today? Because I channel different guides. And so Mia, I call her little Mia because she shows up to me as a 3-year-old, but she's very, very old. Like her spirit, her soul is like, she's had many, many lifetimes. And so she shows up as a 3-year-old, and I think she shows up as a 3-year-old for me because I'm I'm a retired elementary school teacher, right? So it's like the children connection, and so she shows up as this very vivacious little 3-year-old, and she's actually standing on standby. She's been on standby for about an hour. I can feel her. She's lighting me up. Wow. Waiting to meet with you. And so if you want to ask her, I'll just connect to her and you can just ask her a question and we'll see what she answers. So when she answers, I may just, I turn sideways a little bit, and sometimes I take off my glasses and close my eyes. So
could you ask Mia if there's anyone on the other side that wants to connect with me? Any of my loved ones, family, friends?
Yeah, I can. So Mia is just jumping for joy for you. And she just wants to start by saying that you have such a beautiful soul and a beautiful spirit. And you've had this beautiful soul and this beautiful spirit for many lifetimes now. And it's not an accident that you are doing what you are doing, because you need to broadcast that joy throughout the world, throughout anybody who listens to you. May they be in your family, with your friends. You have this voice of wisdom, she is saying. And it's really important for you to trust that what you say will be said in the right way. And it's funny, I brought a lapis lazuli stone with me. And Mia said that this was really an important stone for you in terms of connecting to and clearing your throat chakra, because she's saying, she's very bossy today.
It's okay.
She's saying that this will allow you to amplify your voice even more in terms of reaching a larger audience. So she's taking a breath and allowing me to take a breath in this channeling question period. And she's kind of going over your head and just taking you just basically on both sides and kind of stroking you this way. And she goes, yes, you walk with spirit, you walk with loved ones. And you are certainly surrounded by people who have crossed. And she's saying that there's a lot of spirit guides around you. And she is saying that the loved ones that you have on the other side are just overjoyed by being with you in this session, because there's quite a few actually. And they're kind of like sitting on the side of you is what I see. They're sitting on the side of you and kind of wanting to give you this very energy hug today.
Goosebumps. It's working.
And they're just because they know that you trust spirit and energy, they're really coming very close to you. So I want you to just take a breath and just let go and just allow to feel their energy coming towards you and just really giving you this big, beautiful, energetic hug. And there's a very strong female presence there. And she's kind of the leader of them. And she's saying, oh, just give her more, just give her more. And they are reminding you that they are there so close to you as you walk on your daily life. And regardless of any difficulties that you find on your path, know that they are there to support you. And this female lead is really walking very close to you. And she's actually on your right side. And she's kind of putting her hand on your shoulder and kind of going this motion of tap, tap, tap with you.
Okay.
Just to say, like, tap, tap, tap. Things are okay. Don't worry so much. Walk through life. Hold your head high. And smile, your beautiful, beautiful smile that I know so well. She's a lovely spirit that walks with you.
And she's just a guide, someone that's crossed, or is it someone that I know? Or I don't know how spirit guides work.
She feels like a friend. She feels like a friend who's been with you. And she just feels like a friend who has been a friend with you in the spirit world, but also in this lifetime who would have crossed. Wow, is what she feels like.
Does Mia know her name? Does she come across with a human name or from that I could recognize or no?
She's kind of saying it's an S name. She said, she laughs. Okay. She goes, no, you figure it out. You know who I am.
I'm thinking about my mom, my grandparents,
my uncles. Mother. There's a very strong female presence around you. Okay. And they are kind of really to the right of you. And they're very gentle and they walk really, really close to you. But there's somebody with like an S name or a Mary or something like that kind of name. They're not being forthcoming.
Okay.
They're making me sweat as Lynn, but they're not forthcoming in terms of giving me the exact name. Okay. And Mia laughs. Mia goes, yep, it's up to you to do some homework now and to figure it out. But know that they are there. Know that so many walk with you in this beautiful life of yours.
Any advice of what I should be doing, not be doing? Any advice for my children, for me? Or they're going to say, you know everything, just go, we'll be with you.
No, they are saying for you, in terms of for you. So Mia is taking back the reins. And she is saying there's a place on water that you connect to, or that you will connect to. And this is a very healing place for you, but it's also a place, it's kind of like the water image of, you know, when people are on a beach and they're having family day, family time, and they do a barbecue and they're just all this laughter and all that. And she's saying that it's been a while since you had this kind of gathering. So she's saying it's just time to do that and just feed your soul, take some time. She wants you to take some time for yourself, and for reconnecting and rediscovering the joy that people who are close to you, people who love you and whom you love, really bring into your life.
Okay.
And that is what she is saying.
That's one thing I have trouble with, is making the time for myself with the 2 kids and living alone and being single. It's like, yeah, so I would love more time. It would feel great.
Bring the kids along. Just put it in the energy she's saying and make it happen. It'll come. It'll come. But it's something that you need to do, you want to do, your soul is craving, and it'll be so beneficial for you to have this time to just reconnect and rest a little bit, because she's saying that your brain is full and you're just a little weary. So she's looking at self-care as well, but self-care through connection with people. So some people have connections of self-care for themselves, kind of like, I want to be by myself and I want to just do this activity with one person. But for you, she's saying that it's kind of more like a group of just being in a group, in a moment, and just surrounded by sharing, communication, and just joy of being together and laughing.
Okay.
So she is saying that you have enough for today to go and think about it and feel this lovely presence of the female who have passed from your life, but also everybody around you who is always so willing to give you like a spiritual energy hug. This energy hug. And whenever you need it, they're saying that they will be certain, they're there already. So it's just for you to say, hey, spirit team, I need an energy hug
now.
And
okay.
Like, get a lovely hug. So Mia in closing always does this very gentle, she kind of puts her hand on your cheek. And she is saying, it was lovely, lovely to meet you today. Your spirit is lovely. I love it. So she kind of gives you this little tap on the cheek.
Now, is Mia your spirit guide? Is she your spirit? Oh,
sorry. She's just walking. She's actually running and gathering flower bunches, flower bouquets today. She's doing.
Wow.
Oh, okay. I'm back.
Wow. So how long have you known Mia? Is she one of your spirit guides? Is she?
So Mia came into my life about 2 years ago when I decided to do more channeling, or when spirit decided that I was going to do more channeling. And I could see her and she was laughing and dancing and I'm going, okay, like, hello.
What is this?
Who are you and what are we doing? And she downloaded quite a few meditations and she's just lovely. And she comes with a collective of children. And so she calls them the WOW children, which is really funny because it's wise, old world wisdom children.
Wow.
So it's really this big collective and they come in group of 12. So I haven't met all the groups, the different groups of 12. But yeah, she's always lovely and funny.
I'm sorry, I'm just so curious. Will she be with you forever? Will she move on to someone else and someone else will enter your realm in a sense? Do you know?
I have other spirit guides.
Okay.
And other guides that I channel. Mia's the main guide that I channel.
All right. Wow.
So she's just
and her
lovely.
Energy is so amazing. And so she gives such great guidance and yeah, a long weekend's coming up. Jill, you should take advantage of that and get some people together.
I have, well, to have a kid birthday party, then I have a baby shower, which is actually a family event. They're inviting the children. It's restaurant bar style, let alone there'll be face painting. So that's like a big family type gathering, which I haven't had time for. So, okay.
There you go.
I'm looking forward to a little party. It's not on the water, but again, I'll let it sink in. There'll be something water. I do love the beach.
With the water.
Okay.
Something with the water is a healing place for you.
Yeah.
But really,
I used to love boating and being out on the water, which I haven't done in so long. So
there you go. time to go back. And Mia's really good at answering questions about anything. So with Christine, we did a business channeling. So it was insight on the business. And when I channel, it's funny because I don't always remember everything that she says, but the clients do, the people do. So that's the beauty of it. So anything in your life that you want to ask questions about, she's game. She's always kind of ready and excited.
And it has been so helpful.
I was going to ask, what was the insight you got from Mia about the business? Would you mind sharing?
Well, honestly, a lot of it was reassurance that I was on the right path, and everything's up to divine timing, right? So, and it was just great to have, because she did a personal side and a business side. So there's things I can work personally to help myself professionally, and move, because if we're always moving forward, right, on all of us on a spiritual growth and personal growth aspects, and then that translates into your business, and then how you deal with clients, and what works for me, I'm going to try with my client, right? So it's just another way to grow and expand and get some direction, and just reassurance that you're going in the right direction.
Wow.
And we need to book again.
See?
So it's good to do. I do those at least once a year.
Okay, good. Wow. And some of the other questions, so people can ask you through Mia anything, personal life. What about, is anything off topic, like when will I die? When will I leave this earth? Those type of questions. Does spirit not tend to tell you, like they don't want you to know when you're dying? Because people say, or anything.
Nobody's asked that question because I don't know they want to know.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
And I mean, some in different sessions, clients ask very, very personal questions, and it's just like, I just turn to Mia. I just turn to whoever died, and they answer. Like, I have nothing. Like, I just, whatever question you want to ask will be answered, and maybe it's answered in a way that it's like, it's not time right now. I am not answering that right now. Right?
Okay.
Because it often has to do with people's choices along the way too, right? Because nothing is actually set in stone. Everything changes depending on what choice we're making.
Oh, interesting. See, I always thought that I thought we were predetermined to live until whatever age. And then I always believe that, but I'm Catholic, but it doesn't really mean anything. But you're telling me it's subject to change in a sense, Lynn, depending on the choices throughout.
I agree with Christine. It's,
wow.
You may be feeling a certain way a certain month, and things are looking very bleak. And then, something will happen that will change the course of your life and bring you forward into something else that will make you live longer, or that will, help you on your journey. And my mom is 80, and she's funny. She's just amazing because she really connects to spirit, and she does her qigong every day. So she's really moving forward, but this is very positive, because when it was the pandemic, she's very social. So she was really down. So now she's come out of it, and she's go, wow, like when I'm 95, I'm still going to do my qigong. Right?
Love her.
So it's choices. Right?
All right, good.
Yeah.
So Christine, and just to summarize today, we have 3 minutes left. What else do you want to share with everyone about reaching out to you, to Lynn, and your services in general?
Yes. So all of our holistic services are available virtually. Go to lavenderlaneptw.ca. Take a look at all of our fantastic, we've got energy healers and coaches, and our nutritionist is online. I do Reiki and chakra balancing. Lynn does intuitive channeling, oracle card reading, oracle card parties now, for between 6 and 9 people. So if you want to book an oracle card party, please contact me through the website or call me 519-804-3332. And Lynn also does Ohana generational healing, which is so important to clear out ancestral trauma and things that have been passed down that are not, like limiting beliefs, and what else, Lynn?
just patterns that we find that we have in our lives that are stuck, that we can release because it's come from past generations, right? And you don't want to pass that on. So you want to clear it for yourself so that, when you're, if you have children and their children, they will not be suffering through what you've suffered. So it's a beautiful, beautiful treatment. Yeah.
Wonderful. Thank you. And Christine, could you remind us of the website and give us your contact information?
Yes, please go to lavenderlaneptw.ca. And we're also on Facebook, Instagram. We have a YouTube channel. You can watch our podcasts there. And email info@lavenderlaneptw.ca. And you can contact us at any time if you have a question. I'd love to talk to you.
Perfect. And on social media as well?
At lavenderlaneptw.ca for Facebook and LLPTW_PTW_
just search
Wellness
Lavender
Center,
Lane PTW. We'll find you. Christine, thank you so much. Lynn, pleasure. Thank you guys so much for your time today. And thank you for the reading. Thank you, Mia. And thank you to all my spirit guides around me. Thank you.
Yes, thank you.
Thank you so much. Have a good day.
Have a great week.
Are you looking for even more of the podcasts and hosts that you love? The Podcast Business News Network is proud to announce that you now have even more ways to listen live. Check out the MyTuner Radio, online radio box, and Simple Radio apps on iOS and Android, or find us online. Search for Business News Network on mytuner-radio.com, or search Podcast Business News Network on streama.com and onlineradiobox.com/US. Take your podcast on the go and don't miss a minute of the action.
Broadcasting from the business capital of the world, this is the Podcast Business News Network.
For nearly 2,000 severely injured veterans, everyday life has become filled with barriers.
Day-to-day simple tasks can become pretty daunting.
I have to carry my chair up 2 flights of steps or have somebody do it for me.
What scares me the most is just the falling.
When I'm struggling with my house, I think, to have that one great barrier just knocked down, it's crucial.
Home for Our Troops is a wonderful nonprofit that builds a
mortgage-free, fully adaptive, handicap-accessible house.
And there's no catch.
It'll be our very first home that we've ever owned. This is a game changer.
This is where your life begins again.
We need you to join us in completing this important mission. Please visit hfotusa.org and help build homes and rebuild lives.
Because of you, everything's going to be okay.